Alright, good morning. This is the 7th video for White Fragility by Robin DiAngelo. This covers up until page, or chapter number 6, which is page number 89. And a lot of this section had to do with statements that white people make to turn the responsibility of racism and race away from them so that they don't have to worry about it. So color blindness, some of the claims that people that say they see no color. I was taught to treat everyone the same. Focusing on race is what divides us. Everyone struggles, but if you work hard, ... Then there's color celebrate statements. So I put on here, I was blank, so I know what it's like for black people. All of these statements basically close a conversation about race. Some people wrongly define racism as conscious intolerance. That a racist is someone who presumably cannot tolerate even the sight of a person of color. But that's not necessarily the case. We wouldn't want to treat, so then people say we need to treat everyone the same, but we wouldn't want to treat everyone the same because we all have our different needs and we all have different relationships with each other. So you wouldn't want to give someone that can barely see something with small print, for example. You can't make a statement of non-racism and then take no responsibility for racism at all. So you can't just say, oh, I treat everyone the same, and then that's basically all you say. You know, racism is complex and needs to be talked about. Only white people are in a position to oppress people of color collectively and throughout the whole of society. Racism is a social system embedded in the culture and its institutions. The practice in our lives is more powerful than the words we say. So, actions speak louder than words. We can't teach humans to have no prejudice. Parents teach their children how to self-censor, but we can't teach to have no prejudices because prejudices are picked up automatically. Children should be taught to recognize and challenge prejudice rather than denying it. So there was a study. There were 5 and 6 year olds, or 6 and 7 year olds, and then there were 8 and 9 year olds. So both groups were given money, and they were told to give that money to the students in the class, which had white kids and black kids in it. The children that were younger ended up giving, and they did it with an adult in the class and without an adult. So the white children that were given the money, the younger ones, they gave the money to primarily the white children and gave the black children less. In both cases, with the adult in the room and without the adult. The older kids that were 8 and 9, or maybe it was 9 and 10, they would only do that when the adult wasn't in the room. So when the adult was in the room, they would give an equal amount of money to everyone. Thus saying, kids are taught how to hide their prejudices rather than accepting them and learning from them and recognizing them, challenging them. Denying how important race is maintains racial inequality. We must acknowledge whiteness. So that was basically that section there. There was a lot of repetition in that section, but repetition's always good because I always need repetition because I can't remember what I read a lot of times. So yeah. All right, I'll be back tomorrow.